And we're going to do an epoxy repair on the corner of this shelf. This is a melamine type material, a Domitar. It's basically a particle board with a very thin white coating over it. It's used in cabinets quite a bit for maybe interiors of kitchen cabinets. We're going to use an epoxy. This is a 5 to 8 minute white epoxy, and I'm going to slice the end off here. I'll set that aside. We're going to take and slice this off a piece. I like to slice it off rather than pinch it. If you pinch it off, you distort the amount of hardener to resin, and the material may not dry properly. You can see the two different colors there. One's the hardener, one's the resin. We want to mix this thoroughly with our fingers until it's one consistent color. Once it's a one consistent color, then we can apply it to the surface. If it has any marbling or discoloration in it, it will not dry properly because it's not been mixed completely. So we want to make sure that it is mixed, and that chemical process will cause it to harden. We just knead it back and forth in our fingers until it reaches one consistent color. Now, one of the things that I might do before I apply this is actually take some masking tape and cover up the surfaces to protect them while we're leveling. So I'm going to take and just put a piece of tape across this corner. Do it from a couple of different directions here so that we get the complete corner protected. This will help us not damage the surrounding surface. So now that we've protected that surrounding surface, we have our material mixed thoroughly. We're going to pinch off a small amount and press onto the corner so that we get a good bond between the putty and the surface. And once we've pressed that on, we can take additional material and add to that and shape it back in the shape of the corner. We're going to leave it a little bit proud or a little bit raised so that when we come back and sand that, it'll be perfectly square. Once I get it shaped, I want to leave it alone until it dries. It's going to take about 8 to 10 minutes for it to harden where we can work with it. I roll the excess material into a ball and I'll set it aside, and that's what I'll check to make sure that the material is hardened sufficiently to begin working on it. So we'll go ahead and stop the video for a few minutes while we wait for this to dry.